While I record this film, XRP stays above $3 without me having to do anything. There was definitely more volatility today. Seeing it stay at this level before the last parabolic blow off top for XRP this market cycle is very exciting. That, by the way, is the second of two big pumps that XRP gets every turn. When measured in US dollars or your chosen paper currency, the second pump is always a lot bigger than the first one. Everyone in the XRP world has thought for years and years that price changes like that were possible. Yes, the best is still to come. In this latest XRP Insider Hot Jam, I have the thoughts of 10 different XRP chart experts. One of them says that the short-term goal is $10.47. If you haven't been into cryptocurrency for very long, you might think that it will take a lot longer to get to $10.47 in the short run. Not so fast. I'm not sure if he's right about the goal. I don't make price predictions myself, but that is what does happen when things change so quickly. It takes a split second. Before this market cycle in early 2017 and early 2018, XRP saw its biggest jump ever. In just over 2 weeks, it went from about 20 cents to $3.35. Without a doubt, it can move a lot faster than anyone thought. That market period was also the first time that XRP had ever gone so high. So don't think it can't happen. In all honesty, these kinds of crazy moves happen all the time in the cryptocurrency world, and XRP has already shown that it is the type of coin that can do them. It won't surprise me. It's hard for me to say where it will peak, but XRP likes to move quickly to its goal in the past. XRP cost $3.08. Early on, we dropped as low as $3.01 because the market did slow down. Bitcoin hit a 24-hour low of $117,306.24 and is now just under $117,000. But Bitcoin did briefly go over $124,000, even though it is not yet at its all-time high from a few days ago. I still think the best is yet to come, though. I don't mind that Bitcoin is ahead of the rest, but XRP and other altcoins will really be the hot stuff. And that's okay, because history does rhyme with itself, so take comfort in that. This post was made this morning by Jelly, a chart expert. He says Bitcoin is fully recovering from the fear after the PPI report. That's why yesterday's inflation data was the main thing people talked about. He said that the price stayed at the level of support. It filled up 75% of the CME gap. The price is once more above the 4-hour 50 EMA. There is still $120,000 open for help. The next step is to find the price. As you can see, Bitcoin might still make it to the end of its path. You know what's going to happen next. The alts go completely crazy. Mustache, who works as a chart expert, is sure of that. This is the total market value of all the cryptocurrencies on your screen, excluding Bitcoin. He says that Total 2 is very, very close to making a god candle that we haven't seen in a few years. And he is sure that he has been spreading this word for all time. You can see what he's drawing attention to if you look at the screen. Number 2 is the name of this chart. We're still not done with this cycle, and the best and most exciting part is yet to come. It's true that history does sometimes repeat itself. There hasn't been the last euphoric blow off top yet, which happens at the end of every market cycle. It's coming, people. The market participants no longer want to move their money from Bitcoin to Ethereum, then from Ethereum to other large caps like XRP, and finally from Ethereum to mid caps and small caps. It's not like DNA has changed in people. That doesn't mean people don't still want to do it. They are going to do that. It would be unrealistic to think that a big change in how people act is the most likely outcome. No, folks, I don't think so. This is a post from a supporter of Bitcoin on August 13th. There were fibs breaks in the Russell 2000 a few days ago. This is all we've seen since. The Russell 2000 is obviously made up of small cap stocks. That was shared again by him this morning. He said that yesterday's sale was the first back test. This is not something to be scared of. I want to make that clear. In his most current video, he talked at length about how great everything still looks. It doesn't make sense to be very worried about this since we are already seeing it and there are other assets and important measures to think about. That's the truth. This is a post about altcoins. This is why Bitcoin is better than ETH or BTC. As written here, Ethereum's all-time high is just around the corner. The Ethereum wheel is in full swing. Since April, the difference between ETH and BTC has grown by 110%, which is the biggest gain for ETH since 2021. However, Bitcoin's power has dropped by 10% since July. It's now alt season. As far as I can tell, 3 or 4 different experts agree that we are now in alt season. There are many smart experts who don't agree and have their own ideas about whether it's true or not. Naturally, no group has the power to say what is or isn't alt season. That being said, I think people argue about whether it's alt season or not. They just have different ideas about what alt season is, though. So Whether we're there or close to it, we're going in the right way. I'm so happy to see this. Many people said Ethereum was dead because of its low price, but if you look at how much Ethereum has gone up against Bitcoin since then, it's clear that ETH just hit a local low. This is how markets work. They find bottoms. Now it's gone through the roof, which is how alt season usually starts. And if you were into cryptocurrency, you should be really excited. Don't be scared. It doesn't make sense not to get excited about this. Everyone, now is the time to get excited. It's going to come. It will be alt season and XRP will go through the roof if history tends to repeat itself. In the past, the most exciting times for the XRP fund price have been when Bitcoin is on its last leg up, which is exactly what is happening now. There is nothing more clear. This is a post for crypto buffs. He said, I don't need to read the whole thing. But he's also drawing attention to the sneaky Bitcoin picture here. He says, you know, a new all-time high is coming. The majority of people agree that it is going to happen, which makes sense. What would be different this time? Not at all makes sense. Even though you might say that the principles are bad, I'm telling you that they are what they are. It doesn't matter if they have changed to the bad. Don't think too much about it. They are still the same bad as they were during the last run. This is Crypto Wizard talking about XRP. XRP is getting ready. He says that a new all-time high is coming up soon. XRP is going down after hitting its previous all-time high zone again. The parabolic rise is coming up soon. Keep an eye out. In fact, that's exactly what I keep seeing from, I think, all of the chart experts I follow regularly.